Meghan, while you're sitting there with your flower sprinkles and your pixie dust and God knows what you're fucking putting in your brain drug-wise, who knows? But you look like you're medically induced on all your videos. You look like a fucking psychopath. You look like you're fucking on drugs. You and fucking Harry. All right? You guys are in fucking la la land. This right here is the hardcore shit. All right? This is it. This is how it's going down. Meghan, fuck off. All right? There is no other way about it. You will not fucking get within fucking 20 feet of my dad. I can promise you that.
I heard that she would only go if Harry went with her and 2 or 3 of her staff went with her as well, which is absolutely ludicrous. She also might want to do a whole sort of filming of it. Hello, Daddy, phony as could be.
Breaking today, Meghan Markle trying to use the US government to step in and stop her own brother and sister having control over her father, suffering, of course, from the indignity of losing his left leg after an amputation in a Philippines hospital. This a new photo of Thomas Markle, who has been moved out of intensive care, as his surgeon says the operation to remove his leg was a success and he is making good progress. But let me show you what the Daily Mail's Caroline Graham, who remember is at the hospital in the Philippines with Thomas Markle, has revealed. And this is as shady as it gets. On Monday, 2 representatives from the US consulate in Cebu, the city in the Philippines that Mr. Markle moved to in January of this year, turned up in Mr. Markle's hospital room. Consular agent Glenn Ivan Loop said the US Embassy in the Philippine capital city of Manila had requested they visit Mr. Markle, but declined to give further details. He asked Mr. Markle to make a list of people he authorized to receive health and well-being updates from the US Embassy. Mr. Loop confirmed he was a big fan of the TV show Suits, which Mr. Markle's daughter Meghan starred in before she married Prince Harry. Mr. Markle, who faces a months-long recovery, hopes to have a prosthetic limb fitted once his leg wound has healed. He has already started gentle physical therapy sessions, and he said, "I am determined to walk again. I sometimes get a weird feeling that my leg is still there. The doctors said it was a common thing for people to feel phantom limbs. I know I have a long journey ahead of me. I am thankful for the excellent care I have received here in Cebu and for the wonderful Filipino doctors and nurses who saved my life." Caroline Graham goes on, there has been some confusion, and she's putting it very lightly there, about whether Meghan and Prince Harry have reached out to Thomas. While he has yet to hear from them, a spokesperson for the Duke and Duchess of Sussex said the Duchess emailed her father on Friday. Unfortunately, the email address used is one he no longer uses or has access to, and Mr. Markle, who suffered a stroke which took away much of his speaking voice in 2022, said, "I feel so sad that our family has grown so far apart. I hope that this might help tear down the walls between us and bring our family back together. It's time to set aside the past and make our family whole again. Please let bygones be bygones." Now, my message here to Ms. Markle is to stop sending your government officials in to the hospital in the Philippines. Pick up your goddamn mobile phone, call Caroline Graham, you know her number, pass the mobile phone over to Thomas Markle, have a conversation. Anything less than that proves that you're not a human being, which is something that we've known for a long time. Now, of course, the issue is that both Samantha Markle, Thomas Markle's beloved daughter, and Thomas Markle Jr., Thomas Markle's son, who remains in the Philippines with his father, are very furious about Meghan's actions. They do not trust her at all. So let me bring you the latest on that. Samantha Markle posting on X, "If she," referring to Meghan, "is smart and at all humane, she will find a way to help Dad in his rehabilitation, especially since reportedly one of the companies she and Harry donated to manufacture prosthetics. Recovery will be a long road. It would be good for her and it would be good for Dad. You can lead a horse to water." But then when the Daily Telegraph ran this article claiming, and this is a ludicrous claim, isn't it? Meghan has personally called several hospitals in the Philippines to search for her estranged father. Well, she's blanked it out there, but Samantha included simply one word: bollocks. And she added, sources report seeing my sister in the area of the hospital dad is in. Could she be living up to all of that paid PR? And she then posted this video of Meghan Markle on a broomstick holding a sign that said fake as ever. Now, in a deleted YouTube post, Thomas Markle Jr., on his own YouTube channel, Thomas Markle and Friends, expressed the feelings of many, attacking Meghan Markle's Sussex Squad as a criminal organisation, saying that his sister will be dragged into the sewer for the PR shit that she is putting out into the mainstream media to try and boost her flailing image. Watch. A very quick but personal message from me to you to let you know that the best way you can support Dan Wootton Outspoken is to subscribe to my Substack at www.outspoken.live. Substack is a free speech platform that protects me from big tech cancellation and lawfare. Paid annual or monthly subscribers get an extra hour of content with the Royal Uncancelled After Show available every weekday with no advertising whatsoever. You can also message me direct on there. That's www.outspoken.live.
Meghan and her shit-stained flying monkey squad, right? Death threats, home invasions. I mean, Meghan's criminal organization of the Sussex Squad, because anybody who says anything bad about Meghan, oh, they go after her. Okay, good job, squaddies. Good job. Your quarterly bonuses are in your fucking account now. It's no mystery that Meghan pays people to go after anybody who says anything bad about her. Okay? One day, all the Sussex Squad will be wiped off the face of the fucking planet. Period. They will be, along with Meghan. Right? People of this evil bullshit caliber do not have a place on this world. And us good people who are protected by the universe and karma, who have actual good souls and amazing hearts and who are good people, will all be protected. Right? Meghan, you're going to be dragged into a sewer by all those dark shadows, into a sewer where you belong, because you're only putting out all this PR shit to boost your public image. Okay? Now, after this point, when you've had 7 years knowing my father's phone number, right? It hasn't changed for 15 years. It's the same phone number, right? You have not reached out. You have not texted. You have not called.
He went on to claim that his sister is a psychopath on medically induced drugs with no concept of reality, and then vowed that she will not get within 20 feet of her father.
Meghan, while you're sitting there with your flower sprinkles and your pixie dust and God knows what you're fucking putting in your brain drug-wise, who knows? But you look like you're medically induced on all your videos. You look like a fucking psychopath. You look like you're fucking on drugs. You and fucking Harry, all right? You guys are in fucking la la land. No concept of fucking reality. And it's disgusting. And I hope the entire world watches, shares, and fucking puts this video everywhere where it needs to be. Because this right here is the hardcore shit. All right? This is it. This is how it's going down. Meghan, fuck off. All right? There is no other way about it. You will not fucking get within fucking 20 feet of my dad. I can promise you that. Okay? You're a lying scumbag piece of shit who doesn't deserve anything except for what you're getting right now in the press. And I will protect my dad with my life.
He then expressed more fury over the fact Meghan Markle had claimed that she had tried to reach out to Thomas Markle.
Meghan, you and your disgusting shitbag fucking people, right? Trying all these things, trying to say that you reached out to my father all over social media, right? Now, after all this time, right? You put out this bullshit crap that you've tried to reach out to dad, right? Now, this is why I love my viewers. I love my viewers because they all know. All my subscribers, well, there's probably, a handful of my subscribers that are the shit-stained monkey squad just to get information, right? Which is totally understandable. And they can all go suck a fucking flying monkey's dick also, right? But how disgusting and pathetic my father's daughter is, because the entire world knows that she is at the bottom of the barrel. She's been at the bottom of the barrel for God knows how long, because everybody knows who she is as a person.
Now, he did apologize for some of his language, but I do understand his fury. I do. And I think sometimes it is worth just reminding everyone how Meghan Markle feels herself about her father, who remains in this Filipino hospital. Now, my feeling is that what she wants to do is use the government to get some type of message to Thomas, bypassing Caroline Graham, bypassing Thomas Markle Jr., so she can say, oh, I've spoken to my dad, and all it will be is some calligraphy note passed on by a government official. But this is what, and thanks to Meghan's mole for pointing this out, this is what Meghan Markle wrote about her daddy on the TIG for Father's Day in 2014. She posted, in celebrating Father's Day, I think of so many moments with my dad. Our club sandwich and fruit smoothie tradition, post my tap and ballet classes which, by the way, he religiously took me to on Saturday mornings after working 75 plus hours a week as a lighting director. The fishing trips along the Kern River and Big Bear Lake to catch catfish or trout and cook it up for dinner. I thought you only ate TV meals, Meghan. And the commitment he made to lighting my high school musicals so that they felt as grand as a Broadway show. The blood, sweat, and tears this man, who came from so little in a small town of Pennsylvania where Christmas stockings were filled with oranges and dinners were potatoes and spam, invested in my future so that I could grow up to have so much. He helped me turn my bathroom into a dark room when I was 12 because I wanted to be a photographer, shading my windows in red lighting gels and filling my cabinets with extra jars of Fixer. He put gas in my car when I went from audition trying to make it as an actress. He is the person who believed in this grand dream of mine well before I could even see it as a possibility. He taught me to write thank you notes, to always arrive early, to drink Arnold Palmer's, to find my light when I'm on camera and beyond. And that right there is the point. My dad taught me to find my light, and he taught me to always make my own box. To my dad, my thoughtful, inspiring, hard-working daddy. Happy fathers. If I had all the water in the world, I'd give all the water to you. You won't get that quote, but he will. And for Father's Day, that's all that matters. Meghan, all that matters now is that you get your ass on a private jet, you get to that hospital, and you take your father back on that private jet so that he gets the best possible treatment. Stop sending in your government goons to do your dirty work. You go yourself. The embassy doesn't have to have anything to do with this. Of course, Meghan Markle's paid PR team are also, I believe, trying to slur Thomas Markle now in the press. Rob Shooter out with a new article overnight suggesting that he is fishing for a big payday with a post-surgery TV interview. And poor old Meghan, we're meant to feel sorry for Meghan here because she just can't win. And Rob Shooter writes, one source practically barked at me. Thomas is angling for a payday. He wants a TV deal. He's already done the print interview and the photo. Now he's shopping the on-air version. He wants real money. Another insider, speaking through a full-body sigh, added, he keeps saying the picture of him without a leg would be powerful. He thinks TV networks will bite. He's asking around for numbers. He knows exactly how this tango works. He's done it before. And then came the spicy one. Thomas isn't subtle about any of this. He's shopping the story. He thinks people will pay because of who Meghan is and because TV pays more than print. Now, Meghan's reaction, oh, honey, a well-placed palace-adjacent whisperer told me she feels she can't win. If she calls him, it's a headline. If she doesn't, it's a headline too. Another insider leaned in and said she's upset, frustrated, but mostly tired. It's always something. Damned if she does, damned if she doesn't. And where's Harry? In full peacemaker mode, bless him. No, not bless him. He's totally responsible for all of this too. A source close to the couple, he's nudging her to call Thomas again. He hates seeing her stressed. He keeps saying, just call him, it might calm things down. But Meghan doesn't think it ever does. A close observer put it perfectly. She's protecting her peace. He's trying to de-escalate. Two different angles. So here we are again, another day, another Marco melodrama, this time with TV money floating over the whole thing like a cartoon thought bubble. And yes, everyone keeps whispering the same question in my ear. Is this really any different from Harry selling family secrets in his book? Oh, we're going to go there. And yes, we are going to go there, okay? We are actually going to go there because it is no different. It's absolutely no different. And that is the point here. Thomas Markle has every right to speak to whoever he wants, to sell his story however he wants, especially given his daughter and his son-in-law have done the same, including cashing in on Thomas Markle's own story. So there's a huge amount going on here. Let me bring in Prince Harry's biographer, our Royal Mastermind, Angela Levin, on this. Angela, so all of a sudden, once Meghan Markle is in a PR crisis, there's government folk from the embassy snooping around the hospital room. Now, we know Thomas Markle Jr. didn't send them. We know Caroline Graham didn't send them. We know Samantha Markle didn't send them. So clearly they have been sent, in my opinion, from Meghan Markle's team. Just pick up the phone. Surely she doesn't need to send bods from the embassy in there. Just pick up the phone or get on a private jet and bring your darling daddy, who you wrote so glowingly about in 2014, home. But first, the number one worst fruit for your waistline. Are you turning healthy fruits into highly unhealthy fruits without even realizing it? Fruit can be one of the healthiest things you can put into your body, but the majority of Americans are guilty of making this single mistake that can counteract all of the health benefits of fruit. Some fruits help with occasional constipation, reduce bloating, and even help burn calories. Others can wreak havoc on your digestive system and energy levels. I came across this viral presentation from world-renowned surgeon Dr. Stephen Gundry that showcases the 3 fruits to stop eating today. And it was shocking. I had no idea. And after finding it out, I've stopped eating these too. I'm going to put a link for you all to watch it because I want you to gain this information. I think it's truly important. You can watch it right now at thehealthyfat.com/outspoken. That's thehealthyfat.com/outspoken. I also linked it in the description box below the video too, so make sure to click on it or just go to thehealthyfat.com/outspoken. Oh, and by the way, eliminating these fruits could forever change the way we help increase energy levels, decrease brain fog, support digestion, and even lose weight. So make sure to click below or go to thehealthyfat.com/outspoken to find out now. Dr. Gundry has lost 70 pounds himself using his research and has kept the weight off for over 20 years and counting. His digestive issues are gone, his health is fantastic, and he feels younger and healthier today than he did in his 40s. His video has been watched by over 20 million people to date, and you can watch and learn more about it at thehealthyfat.com/outspoken. It's linked at the bottom of this video, but he'll teach you exactly how he has kept his weight off for free at thehealthyfat.com/outspoken. Just click on the link in the description below the video. But now, back to the show.
Yeah, I mean, it is absolutely too shocking to imagine, really. I think the US consulates must be done by Meghan, because they make this big fuss about how they'd seen her act and she thinks she's so marvellous. I think it'd have been any of the others that have ignored that altogether. So I think you're spot on with that one. Now, the interesting thing is that she cannot bear to go and see him, but she realizes that her followers are absolutely leaving one after the other, because it's just such an appalling way of behaving with your father, who you did love when you were a little girl and who he looked after brilliantly. And I think that she just can't give in, you see, and she wouldn't know how to behave when she saw him. You know, my darling dad, look, you've been awful to me. That's why I haven't spoken to you. Where would she do it? I think she's very bad at knowing that. She can't do that sort of thing. She's not used to it. You see her with the royal family or other people who are rather highly living, and she doesn't know how to cope with it. And I think this would be a very, very difficult thing for her to do. But because she's thinking of herself. I mean, it might be a difficult thing, but she needs to go and look after him. I mean, it's astonishing that she's doing it all about how she is, when actually it's very important to do what he's going through and what he wants. I think it's very like she can't actually do something she doesn't want to, because she doesn't want to lose. And that's the problem with her. I think she should take a private plane. As we know, she takes loads and loads of planes if she has any chance of winning a trophy. And she should just go over there. But I heard that she would only go if Harry went with her and 2 or 3 of her staff went with her as well, which is absolutely ludicrous. She also might want to do a whole sort of filming of it. You know, hello, Daddy, you know, phony as could be. You know, you can't have that either. I don't think she should be allowed to take him home by herself. I think there should be doctors and nurses, because she won't know what to do with him. She won't know how to be nice to him. If she's awful to him, she might cause him to feel very, very ill. I mean, it's a real muddle.
It is, Angela. It absolutely is. And she cannot be trusted. And that's why I do not blame the Markle children, Meghan's siblings. I did say, though, Thomas Markle did come back on his own YouTube channel and he did apologize for,
Yes.
I think, some of his language. So let's just take a look at that, Angela.
I wanted to apologize while there's quite a bit of people in the room now, but a lot of vulgar language yesterday. And, you know, YouTube took it down, and I don't blame them. It's just too harsh to listen to that kind of language. And they gave me a nice slap on the wrist. They said, "Don't do that again, Tom." But I just, my dad's got a long, hard road of recovery. And just go away, Meghan. Go away. Just go away. Nobody likes you. I personally hate you. Samantha hates you. And the majority of the people in the world hate you, Meghan. And that's the hard, cold reality. And you did it to yourself. And don't use my dad for trying to save your public image. You know, why don't you go put some flower sprinkles on your head and make yourself feel better? Yeah, Meghan, go get some flower sprinkles, right? That'll make everything okay, you know? Send me a jar of flower sprinkles. That'd be great, because, you know, maybe you can't afford it. I don't know, but.
And the thing is, Angela, he's obviously thinking, oh, Meghan's going to sweep in, take all of the credit here, while he has been attempting to look after Thomas Markle in the Philippines since January, full-time caregiver since when he had his stroke. And again, I'm sorry, I have sympathy. I really do.
Yeah, I mean, I do as well, because he's probably exhausted. He hasn't got any money and he's incredibly worried. So those things are very hard for you to stay very polite and nice. But on the other hand, it does withdraw a certain amount of other people who hear the language and think, well, maybe Meghan shouldn't have been in that family and needs to keep away. I mean, I think it hits back a little bit, but probably not too much. But I think that he needs sort of looking after himself, doesn't he? He's so exhausted. And the whole thing about hating Meghan, I think, is what would come out of a situation like this, that he's doing all the work and doing all the looking after, and she's doing absolutely nothing. And so how should she come over and take advantage of being there? It's a difficult question. It's absolutely ghastly. And in front of thousands of people who are interested in what is going on, it's very embarrassing, I think, that's so unpleasant. I was very surprised that her father was so kind and calm about saying, I hope you come and see me. I think that, you have to really praise him for not actually saying, look, she's left me and I'm in a terrible state, which I think, he would be allowed to do. But he's obviously a very kind man, and he does still loves his daughter. And his daughter, for whatever reason it is, just no longer likes him. I think it's very interesting where at one point she's saying he's absolutely wonderful. And then it seemed in that bit where she said one of the staff, when she was in the Royal, working Royal, that actually she just found it very difficult to know whether to talk to him, whether to not talk to him, because everything reached the front pages, and she found it very difficult to know what to do. And this aide said that she was absolutely exhausted. And in my mind, I think that she couldn't cope with the royal family from the beginning. And so when she had to deal with her father as well, she didn't know what to do. So she just collapsed. And then she has this thing of actually disliking him, doesn't want anything to do with him, and all this that follows it. That's my only way of understanding that, because she said he was so wonderful, he was so kind to her, did so many things so she could have a good career, what she really wanted, acting, and he was there for her. What would happen suddenly that would make her really dislike him? One was that she would feel she was too grand for him, and the other was that she doesn't know how to live for herself. She's just lost.
Yeah, indeed. Angela Levin, our royal mastermind, Prince Harry's biographer. Goodness gracious me, what a messy situation. We have much more to talk about, though. Prince William's Christmas shake-up, which seems to put him in direct conflict once again with Charles. Footage from inside Harry's mortifying Los Angeles speech, where he receives the most lackadaisical, awkward standing ovation I've ever seen, plus new details about this security scandal. We're going to cover it all over on our Royal Uncancelled After Show on Substack right now with Angela. To sign up and watch, you can head on over to www.outspoken.live. Paid monthly and annual subscribers get first access to the Royal Uncancelled After Show every single weekday, twice the length of what you have just watched, with no advertising whatsoever. You can watch live or on demand, but also Substack subscribers can communicate with me directly on there. It is a free speech platform. It's really important to me, actually, that you are with us on Substack. It's how we do all of our hopefully good work, I'm sure. You hopefully agree, given you've watched the video to this point. That address again, www.outspoken.live. Thank you so much for watching Dan Wootton Outspoken. Please click on my face just to the bottom left to subscribe to this brand new independent news source and turn on the notification bell so you'll be alerted to our brand new live shows, uncancelled interviews, and special royal episodes. Outspoken is also now available as a podcast, so you can listen to the show every weekday on the go, wherever you are.